Welcome back to the Midwest Takeoff. I'm Troop Nation, and this is episode 8, and I'm here with a superstar sitting right next to me, headlining the show. It's all about you today. Tell everybody who you are.
Hi, everyone. I am Shanklin. We are live on the Midwest Takeoff
We are
today.
here. Yes.
I am very happy to be here. Thanks for having me. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah.
So I am a author, digital creator. I do fashion, fitness, lifestyle, motivation, and also life coach. I recently added actress
Okay.
onto my list of things that I do.
get
So
that.
it's just like no limit to what I do.
Jack of all trades and the master of all of them, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just on the radio last week and we were
Mhm.
talking about one of the shows that I'm acting in. And I literally told
seen
them,
that.
yeah, it was super dope.
With Dion and Angel.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So expand on that adventure. How is that going?
It's going really good. So this is my first time acting.
Uh-huh.
And
What's your role?
my name is Queen on a set of Almost Famous.
All right, shout out
And
to
so,
Dion.
yeah, it's super dope.
Mhm.
I play this only child who owns this boutique,
Mhm.
and she's I would say, I describe her as being in her own world,
Okay.
but also sometimes a little oblivious, but a little gullible, a little naive, but not as much. But I also say she's kind of like me because she's very fashionable, just really,
And
really
you
very
do be
much that
putting
girl.
that. You be putting it on.
I've been
Yeah.
trying to,
Yeah.
but yeah. So Queen is you'll see so many different layers of her, and she's really
So
dope.
what actually got you into acting? Like what did you have to audition for this, or you already knew you had that role?
Yeah, so Dion actually reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, have you ever acted before?" And I was like, "I have not." So he was like, "Your personality is so bubbly." He's
Right.
like, "I think you'll be great at this." And so he was like, "I'm gonna write you in." So he already knew who he was casting
Right.
for each role, and
Okay.
so yeah, that's how I got picked for that.
So when you first had to go on set and you had to do your first script, what was that like memorizing lines?
So I am the person that can remember any song. So
What's your favorite? Let me throw that in. What's your favorite?
my favorite song is "Sky Full of Stars" by Coldplay. I
Oh.
love that song. But yeah, it's similar to that to me. All I had to do was just continue to rememberize it, or memorize it, and just continue to just go in the mirror, talk to myself, and even then we also had our calls that we would do on a regular basis as well. But yeah, going on the set, he actually changed some lines on me at the last minute, but I had did an ad before that.
Roll with the punches.
Yeah, exactly. And
Uh-huh.
I rolled with the punches with that. So everything literally prepared me for that actual moment. So
How far do you want to take that?
uh,
Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different networks from the Oscars, BET,
Yeah.
CBS, daytime
honestly,
talk shows.
it literally nothing's off the table. But
Okay.
I always say wherever God wants me to go, that's where I want to go. So I'm always leaning
Amen
into
to
my
that.
faith, and I'm just it's God's will, not mine. So if it goes that far, that's going to be great. It's going to allow me to be on a bigger platform and speak to more people because that's something I'm really big about. So
Okay.
yeah.
So on that note, you successfully scaled your brand to over 100,000 followers. What was a turning point that helped you from content creator to a full-time entrepreneur?
So honestly, it was as recent as this year.
Mhm.
So I actually had been working a 9 to 5.
Okay.
So up until January of this year, they
Okay.
terminated our entire department.
Oh wow.
And literally we found out last minute. It was a Friday. Walked in and we just got on the call and they were like, "Yep, you know what? It's over with."
What?
Yeah.
Oh man. For everybody?
For everybody, the entire department. We did not see it coming, but we did, but we didn't. You know
Right.
what I mean? And so basically, after that, that's when it was all right, I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into
Dive
entrepreneurship.
into it.
Yeah. So I honestly it wasn't something that I planned. It just something that just happened.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm still navigating that on a day-to-day basis. And so I was saying, I'm an author, but I'm also in the process of writing a book right now.
So a second book?
Yes, a second book. Yeah.
You got a title
so
for it yet?
I do. So the second book
Can I
is
get that exclusive real quick?
yeah. So the book that I'm writing is called Navigating Life in the Uncertainty.
Okay.
And so I thought it would be a great book to write because I'm navigating life kind of in an uncertain area for myself. This is new for me. Entrepreneurship is very new for me.
Yeah.
And so what made me write it was I basically like was talking about my journey on social media, and I was just telling everybody about like getting terminated from a job. And there were so many people who connected to that. So once I started seeing that, I was like, wow, you know what? I think that I might need to go into that direction. And it also was, I did a panel, a little bit over a week ago or so.
Okay.
And that panel was about like navigating life in the uncertain times, or similar to that, I would say.
Right.
But it was for college students who
And
were
more confirmation
graduating.
for you too.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
Everything just started aligning, and
Wow.
yeah, it just brought me to where I am today. But yeah,
So having this newfound growth, this new independence from a 9 to 5 to 24 hour, because
yeah,
content creation and working on your own is
absolutely.
all day long process. I trust me. I know
Yeah.
this. So, what is it like to have fans that walk up to
Yeah.
you and recognize you and like, hey, I know you, I
Yeah.
seen you, I follow you, and you have no idea who they are?
It's
What is that like?
man, I mean, it's always very like humbling, I will
Mhm.
say. Like it's very like, wow, this is so cool.
Right.
I think sometimes it can be a little scary, like, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know this person. You know what I
I
mean?
understand. Hey,
But I do enjoy it because it's like they tell me what they like about my content. And I'm always asking, like, what do you like? What do you want to see? Because
you
it's bigger
smiling
than that.
everything, and that for me, that's what it is. I love to see happy people. Like, oh, she's smiling again.
Yeah.
Let me watch the whole thing. Like, and it works because that shows you're happy, and
Yeah.
the way you do everything on your platform, it top scale, top tier, black
Yeah.
excellence for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Truth. I appreciate
Oh
that.
yeah. So I have this question: how did you strategize and monetize from the start of your career on Instagram to now making money off of Instagram?
Yeah, so it basically came with just continuing to show up, like you said, like continuing to be on my platform, smiling, starting to grow my brand, build my brand. And I'm actually like kind of in a rebrand. Like I feel like I'm always rebranding. And
Okay.
one thing I was telling, like, just with rebranding at it and at the panel that I was at like a little bit over a week ago,
Mhm.
but I was telling them that one of the things that you always have to be ready to do is pivot. So I've done a lot of pivoting in
Mhm.
that. And with that, it's brought opportunities. And so mainly people came to me, but as I started to like meet people and network with people, like one of the most recent campaigns that I'm doing, or I'm still doing it actively, is with Timu, because fashion is one of my pillars.
So
So
you're campaigning with Timu.
yep.
So how do you feel about the new uh upscale? What's it called? Trife? You know, they're raising the prices on
Oh
everything
yeah,
with
the
Timu.
tariff.
Tariff.
Yes, yeah. So right now it isn't impacting me,
Okay.
but I mean, when we think about the tariffs, like I think it's really crazy because it is going to impact a lot of small businesses and stuff, right?
Correct.
But yeah, they're gonna, right now, Timu hasn't said anything about it. Like they've already sent me everything that I'm working on with them, so I don't have it. It doesn't directly impact me at this moment. But how do I feel about it? I think it does suck for those small businesses out there because they're going to see the biggest impact, right? So
So
yeah.
when the small businesses like ask for somebody like you to come in, do
Mhm.
they find you or do you find them?
So they usually find me. Yep.
You have an
And so
agent.
no, I actually do everything myself. Yeah. So, somebody says,
I just want to applaud that.
thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they say it's not, it's your net worth is tied to your network. I think that's what I heard at the panel like
Mhm.
a couple of weeks ago.
I
And
agree.
pretty much it's been like networking, meeting people, and somebody like spreading the word saying, oh, hey, like I know who can help you with this. Jan is good for this. She can do this or
Right.
whatever. So it's been a lot of that.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I have done some proactivity myself though too. So that with the Temu one, they reached out to me, they found me, but then I reached out to them after because you have to do that. It has to be an equal balance of proactivity as well as the reactivity.
So is it like, are you wearing their clothes or are you, like a brand ambassador?
Yeah, so I'm doing like a campaign with them, which is just literally one. No, this is 4 videos that I'm doing with them.
Oh wow.
And so yeah, but it's literally just you just do the summer campaign is what
Mm.
it is, and that's it.
How,
So
how
yeah.
how does that feel that such a large platform that's been on the Super Bowl and these big commercials
Yeah.
reached out to you like, hey, I want to do a campaign with you?
It was great, like, and I'm in a group with other creators and
Mm.
stuff too. So like the other creators at first, they're like, no, like I wouldn't do it only because they say like that they don't pay as much,
Mm.
which to me, honestly, it was my stepmom who told me, like, it's money. You never know who this can, who this will show to.
Right.
Like,
The
who,
world is
yeah,
Timu.
exactly. It's Timu.
Yeah.
So other creators have been like, no, I don't take it. Like, but me, I'm like, you know what?
It's an
Actually, it is an
opportunity.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's an opportunity, right? You can speak on opportunities, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I definitely had my fair share of opportunities meeting
Yeah.
people, and sometimes just talking to somebody just like yourself, and they were like, "True, man, you got a great personality. You want to come on a movie?"
Yeah.
Like, shout
See?
out to Angel LA. Like, she put me in my first
Oh,
movie,
that's so dope.
and
Yeah.
like it was One Faith.
Oh,
Yeah, I
great.
actually got
Yeah.
that was my first extra role
Yeah.
inside of a movie. I played a friend in the bar scene and everything like that. But I got a nice camera time. I'm
Yeah.
like, and it raised the bar because I did improv in college. I went to
Oh,
Kent
that's
State. Shout
great.
out to my Kent Staters. And yeah, those opportunities came, and then I met my brother Cannon,
Mhm.
and he introduced me to Fashion Week and all the models and everything like that.
Yeah.
And that opened up a whole nother brain unlock. Like, that's another
Mhm.
key turn that is like, I didn't even know how models convey themselves outside of just walking down the runway. It's a lot
Yep.
to it.
It is.
And so
Yeah.
yeah, those opportunities definitely come by just being genuine, humble, and
Mhm.
being yourself.
Absolutely. That's the key.
So out of all your platforms, from TikTok, Instagram, do you have a favorite?
Mm. I would say it's so funny when I have gotten asked this question before,
Mm.
and shockingly, it's the one that I don't make anything on, and it's Twitter for some reason.
Twitter is
Well,
your favorite
now
one?
X, but Twitter's my favorite platform. I don't know. I like to get on Twitter and like just just see what's going on. We know Black Twitter, of course. Like it's
Yeah.
just hilarious over there. But I would say like second to Twitter would probably be. I would say it would probably be YouTube. So
YouTube.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm actually in the process of growing my YouTube. So
Well, shout out
like,
your channel.
yeah. So my channel, every single where is like at call her underscore Yon. So like my handle's the same. But yeah, YouTube that's my second one. And that's actually one of my biggest goals for 2025 is to
Mm.
build out my YouTube. And so yeah, because I've done the TikTok and done the Instagram, done Facebook. Like
So
now
you
I'm like,
master these. Let me go master something
yes,
else.
absolutely. So
And that's what makes you special, because
mhm.
you'll grow a seed into a tree.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is flourishing. Now I'm going to the next step, and I want to grow this one. You don't have a garden of entrepreneurship like that.
Absolutely.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
So with
Yep.
these partnerships that you approach, sponsorships,
Mhm.
collaborations, what does it look like when you monetize your deals through them?
Yeah, so I mean, it's usually pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
So you really do have to demand what it is that you want. Like
Mm-hmm. So
when you go into
they'll
a
try to lowball you
yeah,
first.
they will. And
Okay.
but that's what I was saying about the Temu one, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
like at first I'm like, do I do this? Like I know that I'm worth XYZ. So then it was like, you know what? But actually I'm looking at this as an opportunity. And you kind of really take each opportunity, right? And you really say, what is this worth? Like, is this something that's gonna like expand and help me grow in other areas? Is this gonna, have me be seen to other people? And
Right.
Timu
Right.
was exactly that, right? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I think each opportunity is different and you have to approach them different. Like if somebody's coming to me, sometimes I will still take like a gifting opportunity depending
Okay.
on what it is. Like
Yeah.
I actually was just talking to my dad about that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about this air fryer one that I did, which was a gifted one.
Air
But
fryer.
yeah, it was an air fryer, right? Like
Okay. What did you cook in it though?
I made wings, I
Oh,
made
yeah.
fries
So I
and
made wings.
veggies.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was amazing, but it was like something like that made sense to me because this is something that I can use in my everyday life. I was like, I'm happy to do this. Like, but it's not that I'm not happy to do gifting campaigns. I will do them,
Mhm.
but it really just depends. It's just on a case by
Right.
case
You still want to
basis.
live and make a living
Absolutely.
from this.
Yeah.
Some gifts are nice, but
Yeah.
I would still want to make a living.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, but I mean, I want to be able to get to a point where I can support everybody, right? Like
Mhm.
especially if it aligns with my brand. That's the most important thing. So I'm always considering like any new opportunity, but it has to align with what I'm doing.
Now, you
So
spoke on being an author, and you said you wrote
mhm.
one previous book already.
Yeah.
What is that book called?
So it's actually a cookbook.
A
And
cookbook.
so, yeah. And so it's called Lemon Pepper Everything. And so you can find that on my website, callheryon.com.
There you go.
But yeah, Lemon Pepper Everything was basically so 5 years ago, that's when I also started my content creator journey. And I also was like, I was just so ambitious. I was just like, I mean, still ambitious,
Yeah.
but I was like, like just creative, like just creating stuff. And one of the things I found when I first started that was I started my fitness journey too.
Okay.
So as I started my fitness journey, I started to see people like, well, how did you do it? What happened? And I was like, listen, like you probably heard this statement, but diet is 80%, and exercising is 20%.
Okay.
So one of the things I was doing, I realized was I was cooking a lot. So I was like, you know what?
With lemon pepper.
With lemon pepper.
Yeah.
And the reason I found lemon pepper was from like the fitness plan I was doing at the time. And she was like, you know, lemon pepper is a better option for you. And it is like, it's better than just putting just straight salt on there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just start doing lemon pepper. But
Yeah.
I found I was doing it in every single thing. So that's where lemon pepper everything was derived. And
My young
yeah.
rockets, I need all you guys to spam Rick Ross. Right now, I need all you guys to spam Rick Ross. Get her to Wing Shop. Stop. Get her on Rick Ross radar because he loves lemon pepper too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Lemon pepper everything.
Yeah,
But yeah.
hopefully that works out.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes. But yeah, so that's how it was derived. And it's about recipes that are fast and healthy, because I know that I'm really big on convenience as well. So if it's like, if I can save you time, then I want to. And that's what I created that cookbook for.
And does it also like convey meal preps?
Yeah.
Like, how to meal prep?
Yeah, so I don't have like a particular how to meal prep, but I do have like a meal prep section. So there's a pescatarian one, vegetarian, vegan, and if you eat everything, there's that section. I also added in.
I'm impressed. There's people back here listening to the audience out there in the world. I am impressed by just. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, but I also added like a where to shop, what to buy page. So like, you know, I said, okay, this is where I shop at. This is what I normally get. And then there's also a bonus page.
Yeah. So
I was like, this is for the people who forgot to take out the meat, and they're like, you know what am I gonna eat? That wasn't.
Hey, Paul. Yeah.
But basically, like I listed like a bunch of restaurants, so like Chipotle's on there, and I'm like, if I go to Chipotle, this is what I will order.
Right.
So it was something that I wanted to people to have as an option, like because usually what you'll find is like with healthy food, right? It's hard to find it fast. So I was like, here are the places. This is where I go. This is what I order, and yeah. Okay. So that's the cookbook.
So as a content creator and an entertainer, because you know, everybody loves to watch your shows and your segues all through social media. How has that furthered your life as of today? I know you say you stopped the 9 to 5 and now you're a full-time content creator. How has that impacted you right now?
Yeah, so I would say, so you mentioned just like, you know, you go from the 9 to 5 to pretty much working a lot. And I would say it's there's a very joyous feeling in it. Like, I mean, because I see myself working, I feel like harder than I did at my 9 to 5. But like I'm doing all of this work for myself. So like I would say the impact is been like seeing myself really just be extremely resilient and very persistent in this time. But it's like it doesn't stop. Right. So I also realized like the discipline that I had in my job, I was able to take over into entrepreneurship, because you have to have some certain level of discipline, but you also have to be able to like rest as well. Right.
You also got to enjoy it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, cause it's more than a full-time job. Like
That's true.
It's nonstop. So what I've realized is that I have to dedicate a rest day. So I try to dedicate at least one day a week to just resting and doing nothing. So it's been like a really good, like, thing to see.
Day,
yeah, exactly. And so like I would say like it's really shown me just different areas of myself that I already knew I had, but you know, you just like really see yourself just really unlock and really turn it up to another level. So yeah.
So tell us about a time when you realized that your influence was truly global.
Yeah. So it was when I first started posting on TikTok, but I would say it was even as recent as this year as well. So like when I was on TikTok, I just was posting. I really started, I think my breakthrough moment was really just with fashion. Like I was doing like these fashion TikToks and stuff like that. And so people really cling to those. But as I said, I'm always pivoting and changing and stuff. And so as recent as this year, when I lost my job, I made a video about the unemployment. And so when I made that video and I started seeing people like just from everywhere, like, oh, I'm going through this as well. That's when it really hit me like, wow. Like, so yeah, I can like make and break ground with fashion content, but I can also break ground talking about things that are just like real stuff.
Right.
Because that's the thing about content creation, right? Like you have your highlight reel they talk about,
Yeah.
but you also need to have some type of vulnerability with your audience and stuff. And
Okay.
I got
Make
a
you
lot of
feel more
feedback.
normal.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I got a lot of feedback on that was like really, oh, this is exactly what I should be doing. They need to see more of this. So
So
yeah.
in this moment in your life, do you feel like you're bigger than your yesterdays?
Yeah, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
I think that every day, one of my sayings is every day is a great day to be great. So I'm
Oh,
always trying to be more great than the day before. So I think that every single day that I get, it's like, okay, yeah, God still has me here for a reason. And, this is my season
so
to
what would
continue
you
to
say
move
is
forward.
next for you as a digital creator? And are you expanding outside of acting and anything else? What's your next big thing?
Yeah, so I mean, I probably would say it's even tapping more into life coach. Like I said, I'm a life coach as well. And so with that, I really want to continue to inspire others to be the very best version of themselves. So like you said, you always see me smiling on my platform.
Right.
And a big part of that is just really me really wanting to show people like I said, every day is a great day to be great.
Mhm.
And I really want to help other people have a better mindset. Like I'm always really big on mindset. And so my stepmom actually taught me that, like when she used to take us to school every day. And one of the things she used to say to us is positive thoughts.
Mm.
And we would have to finish the sentence
Yeah.
with bring about positive responses.
Okay.
And so like what that
Shout out
taught
to
me,
you. Yeah.
what that taught me was like, it's great to have a mantra. It's great to have like some type of mindset shift. And that's how it's every day is a great day to be great was birthed, because it was like, you need that positive mindset. So I
Do you
would
have a
say what's
mentor?
next.
Do you have a mentor?
Not really. No, I would
Okay.
say she was probably my mentor, to be
Okay.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, but yeah, I mean, I'm always like open to a mentor. I understand the importance of that too. So it's something that I would definitely explore even further. But yeah, I would say moving forward, it's really just tapping more into the life coaching and really getting people to see that there are so many great things about life. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you might have a bad day or a bad moment, but it's still a great day to be great.
Still a great day to be great.
Yep.
So what was one of the pieces of content that surprised you that it went viral, and how big did it actually go?
Yeah, so it was that unemployment video that I
Mhm.
just did recently. And I mean, it wasn't one of my like super like 1 million view videos, but I would say I think it got up to like
See
almost
how
two.
she brushed past that? Just 1 million view videos. No, we stay there for a second, okay? She hit 1 million views.
It wasn't one of those, but like that one was just it for me. Like
Right.
because it's me talking about my faith. And that's
Mhm.
just so important in this season of my life. And
Okay.
so it was that one because it was just like in that video, I talked about unemployment, but I
Mhm.
also talked about how God has me regardless. And I think that I lean so heavy on my faith. And in this season, like that's the only thing that I do have,
Mm.
right? And so when I started writing the Navigating Life in Uncertainty, it's like you're in a season where you're like uncertain. So when I made that video and everybody like was listening to it, the thing I was most proud about was the fact that I told them like, yeah, I lost my job, but God still has me.
God
And
still
so
has me. Amen to
yeah,
that.
amen. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's my saving grace. So that
I love
one
that.
surprises me. But yeah, it makes me very happy.
My
Hmm.
mom always says, out thy mouth comes a curse or a blessing. So always
Hmm.
bless yourself and bless others with the things you say. And
Absolutely.
I live by that.
Yeah, that's
Like the
great.
power of the tongue is so massive that you can create life or destroy it. So I just
Hmm.
choose to bring positivity to people around me. And
Yeah.
it got me this far just by being positive and being nice to people.
Yep.
And I truly believe that God is in the people that looks for him,
Hmm.
and then if you are lost or in a disarray, all you do is just
Yep.
call on him, and he'll be
Absolutely.
there for
Absolutely. And he
sure.
will.
So if you could collab with any celebrity right now, who would it be?
That's a good question. Who would I collab with? You know what? I think it would probably be Keith Lee.
Keith Lee?
It would be, yeah. It
All
would probably
right,
be
we're
Keith
gonna tag
Lee.
you in as Keith Lee.
I
And why is that?
would say Keith Lee because I love like how heavy he is into his faith as well.
Mhm.
And one of, his tagline is God is amazing, because God is amazing.
Facts.
But also, like, just I'm a foodie, so
Mhm.
that's why I would like I would go there and eat like with him and
Yeah.
do a video with him. Like, I would collab with him. That's who I would collab with, which is probably like just different than what I do. But that's also something that I'm kind of working on, is like another show where I'll possibly be hosting
Okay.
and doing like some type of cooking series. So it
I
would
can
align
cook.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, my first 2 years of college, I was a chef assistant under Zoo and Kent State. Shout out to Zoo
Oh,
and
that's
everybody over
dope.
there at the student center. Yeah, I can actually
Yeah.
cook
What's your
some.
favorite meal
My favorite meal to
to
cook.
cook?
Oh, I love tacos. Like, I can make a taco. I ain't mean nobody who make a taco like me. I'm not even Spanish. Yeah, but I can definitely do it. But I won awards
Mhm.
for I made some flaming ice cream with a creme brulee.
Oh,
I know
really?
stuffed ham. I actually made a couple of awards off of my cooking, and we did banquets for it. And
Yeah.
yeah, so but yeah, I can cook.
Okay,
Yeah, I can throw
that's
down in the
dope.
kitchen. I just don't like doing dishes.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I can throw down. That's a hidden
What
fact
about a
about me.
series for cooking? What you ever thought about that?
I never thought about that, but it's in my thoughts now. Like,
Right.
I never thought about it, but yeah, yeah, I can actually throw down, and I can
Yeah.
cook breakfast all day.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
breakfast is
yeah,
my favorite to
yeah.
cook. Yeah, yeah.
Man, the menu today was
Yeah.
phenomenal. If I could collaborate with
Mhm.
someone in the future, you know who LaRussell is from LA?
No.
All right. So everybody
Mhm.
thinks it's LA Russell, but it's
Yeah.
LaRussell. He started it from podcasting, talking out of his garage, rapping
Yeah.
throughout his segues, and it went viral to now he's rapping with Too Short, Snoop
Oh,
Dogg, and
really?
he's somebody that I really want to meet in person because
Yeah.
his character, he's a normal person who just went for it and took off.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like when people get big, they think they get big headed. But
Mhm.
I watch him, and he's still a normal guy who just successful now.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, that's
but
dope.
his platform and how he started, I've been a fan of his since he had little followers, and
Yeah.
now he's over 1 million followers off of just being consistent. I
Yeah.
can see you doing the same thing
Yeah.
because you're consistent with your niche, your thing, and
Absolutely.
that was definitely be one of my people,
That's dope.
and
I'm gonna
you
have to check
too.
him
I
out.
mean, we're collaborating right
Yeah.
now, but
Absolutely.
the
Yeah.
higher we go,
Absolutely. Yeah.
you,
Absolutely open to it. Like, thank you for the opportunity. I'm very happy to be here. I was like, this is great. It's right in line with everything that I've been doing. So,
So
yeah.
if you had to talk to your younger self or a future young kid who wants to be a content creator, a little girl who's like, hey, I want to be just like you when I grow up,
Mhm.
what are some gems you could drop for them?
Yeah, so everybody says this, but it's so true. Consistency is key. Like, stay consistent, but also remember to be authentic. Like, you have to be authentic in this. And when I say authentic, who are you really, even when the cameras are off,
Mm,
right? So, with me, what you see is truly what you get. Like,
yeah,
people like question, they're like, "Are you really this happy all the time?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, I am."
yeah,
I mean, I have everything and every reason to be thankful. So, stay, like, lean into that, lean into your authenticity, remain consistent, and know that even if you are like in a season where it's like nothing's happening, you're gonna get a break. It's gonna happen. Like, as long as you continue to show up, and also don't be afraid to grow. Continue to grow. And when I say grow, I mean like on your personal development. Like, we want to be growing mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So like, I'm really big on all of those things. Like, and the past 2 years I've spent it really building my faith even more to where it is today. So whatever that looks like for you, I would say continue to lean into that, because at the end of the day, like, the person that I have with me every day is God. Like, that's what
man,
keeps me going.
yeah,
So have to be consistent, have to continue to grow. And I said this earlier as well, be able to pivot. Like, one thing that I've always been doing with my platform and content creation is being like, okay, you know what? This isn't working, I'm going to try something else.
mm,
Or even if I get tired of something, I'm like, you know what? I want to try something else. That's the one thing that I would say about my platform. Like, I don't keep myself confined,
mm.
and it might not be the traditional way, but that's what I would say, because at the end of the day, you have to be happy doing what you do. Like, but you also have to have purpose, right? Like, purpose is
Always got a
just as
purpose.
important. And so, like, I even said this like on the panel I did, like, one of the quotes that I stumbled upon when I was trying to find my purpose is, it says, a passion is what gives gets you started. A purpose is what keeps you going. And so for me, that looks like helping people, serving others, and really making sure that I can, like I said, inspire people to be the very best versions of themselves. So know who you are at the end of the day as well, and know exactly what you're doing it for. So that's what I would say.
So I want you to tell people how to follow you one more time.
Yes. So you can find me on all social media platforms at call her underscore Yan. And so that's CALLHER_YAN. And so I am literally on every single platform. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I want to say MySpace, even though that's not.
Hey, shout out to MySpace.
Shout
I
out to
remember that was
MySpace.
good. You had the favorites right here. You know, oh,
Yeah.
MySpace was
For
going.
some reason, MySpace is still ingrained in my head. But yeah, but anyway, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube. Most recently, Flip. So have you ever heard of
I
Flip?
have not heard of it.
It's a new and upcoming platform, and they really like take care of their creators. So
Okay.
I would say it's kind of close to a TikTok, but not really. But yeah,
Okay.
check out Flip. Actually, I'll send you the link. Like I'll send you the code, so you know.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so this has just been an amazing. I'm sorry, I had to just take a breath and pause for a second. You are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I had to just really say that. Like, call her Yan
Call her underscore Yan.
is amazing, you know, and I just want to say to anybody that's seeing this segue, go follow her, go tune into what she got going on. This is Black Excellence. She's an amazing person, and she has not stopped smiling. Like, it's contagious. I've been smiling because of you, you know, and your platform is inspiring to so many people, and I love it, and I'm so glad that you got to come on the show and I got to talk to you.
Oh, thanks for having me.
The world is about to see this and
absolutely
tune into you.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is something that I know this is a pivot, but in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself?
So I would answer this just how I kind of answered a similar question earlier, which is God's will, not mine. So wherever God wants me to go, I'll go.
Okay.
Wherever he sees me in the future, that's where I'll be. But I have surrendered my will for my life, and I'm allowing God's will to be done. So wherever that takes me, I'm excited. So I don't have an actual answer, but yeah, it'll be doing whatever God's will is for my life.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Hey, my young rockets, I'm Troop Nation. Shout out to Cheney Sims, our co-star here on the Midwest Takeoff. Hey, we will see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and all our platforms on the Midwest Takeoff. And I'm Troop Nation once again. Let's take off.